the next day.
Except with this go round, it's not February, right?
Exactly.
It's summer and it's just hot and humid every day, and you never know if a storm is going to pop up on you. Just given this warm, humid air mass, that's going to be an issue pretty much every day through Saturday morning. We've got a chance for thunderstorms out there. Really unsettled, of course, really muggy. I think we'll see a few isolated storms tonight and Thursday. I didn't mean to go way past that graphic. Let's go back there. Isolated storms, more numerous showers and storms arrive on Friday evening as a cold front comes through. I'm anxious to get to this cooler weather. Warm and humid. In the meantime, we're going to be in the 80s tomorrow and then in the 90s on Friday. Friday looks really uncomfortable. I wouldn't say it feels great out there right now. It's 92 in New Philly, but with the humidity factored in, it feels like 94. 85 in Akron feels like 89. 91 our current heat index in Worcester. Cleveland 84. We have a little boundary that's popped up and kind of cooled us off a little bit along the lakeshore. It's beautiful outside other than the heat and humidity. We do have these storms south of Detroit, so we're going to be watching these over the next several hours. Will they hold together? That is the main question. If they do, they may move out into the western basin of Lake Erie and then eventually impact the lakeshore. We'll see. It's a waiting game at this point. We call it nowcasting in the weather office. I am going to keep a chance for isolated storms in the forecast overnight, just with all the boundaries out there and with those storms to our north. Not as many as yesterday evening. If you were watching us this time yesterday, I mean, we're tracking a big line of storms coming off the lake. Less active pattern by Saturday afternoon, and then it'll feel like fall. If you like cool weather, this is for you. We'll talk about your fall preview coming up in just a bit. Retinol.
Did you?
Squished it.
That's it. Take advice from Samantha Roberts. Just squish it if you see one of those butterflies. They're beautiful, but they're invasive. All right, let's talk about the weather. The humidity. It has been something else.
Yeah.
And of course, behind the heat and humidity comes rain.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with a little rain here and there just through the first half of the day on Saturday. And then after that, things look a lot quieter second half of the weekend and into next week. I think you will love most of next week's forecast. Short term, though, humid, unsettled all the way through the first half of the weekend. And it's really humid out there. Right now, it's 92 in New Philly. That was one of the only spots that made it into the 90s today. Cleveland actually hit 90 on the dot. We're now at 81. Feeling like 84, feels like 91 in Worcester, 89 our heat index in Akron. Now, our entire coverage area this evening is dry. Out towards Mahoning County, there are a few showers, no lightning with this, but everybody else is dry. Now, the wider picture shows things that are a little bit more active up towards Detroit. So these are moving off towards the south and east. If they hold together, these clusters of thunderstorms may impact the lakeshore, particularly the western lakeshore, so Erie County, Vermilion, out towards Sandusky. We need to watch these closely, but they may not hold together. We'll see. The worst of the activity has been closer to the Ohio River today and then out into West Virginia. So locally, again, just with so many little boundaries lingering from storms we've seen over the last few days, and with that cluster of storms to our north, we will have to keep a chance for at least isolated storms in this evening. I do not think everybody will see rain. I wouldn't cancel my outdoor plans for the evening, but just have a plan to run inside for sure. If you hear thunder overnight, our big weather story, it's this really stagnant air mass in places. So humid out there, and it's going to feel like that all night and into tomorrow. Thursday, we'll have a front drape to our south. Now, this will be the focus for any thunderstorm activity that develops. This particular model run doesn't show hardly any thunderstorms tomorrow. I don't buy into that yet. We're going to have a front that's way too close for comfort. So we'll keep a chance for scattered thunderstorms in south of Cleveland tomorrow. Only isolated activity along the lakeshore. And of course, hot and humid. You probably assumed that, right? Thursday, 86, feeling as if it's in the lower 90s. 93 on Friday. feeling as if it's in the upper 90s, and then our front comes through Friday night. What does that mean for us? Two things: thunderstorms on Friday evening, and then a big cool down for the weekend. The dry air doesn't really arrive until Sunday, but even Saturday is pretty nice outside of that morning thunderstorm threat. And then look at next week, 70s for a couple of days. Monday, we may struggle seriously to even get out of the